Andrew McCart, iFLTV, delighted, believe it or not, I'm delighted as always to be joined by Liam Beefy Smith. Liam, you weren't going to give me an interview, why is that? Just tell the fans.
I just had one with Coogan a couple of days ago. So
there's always something to talk about, and yeah, I just spoke to your brother Stephen about being in the corner for Callum and what the nerves were like for him and that family bond that you've got, and you were there as well. But Callum's back, he's up against Buatsi, he's got a tough fight in Saudi Arabia. And when I look at that card, Callum's like the first fight with Buatsi early on, and that's the first time in his career since 10 years he's been a pro, whatever, that he's fought on right at the bottom of the card. So how's his emotions and how's his thoughts right now going in against Buatsi?
Yeah, look, he's happy to be back. That was perfect for him the other night. You know, the old saying, just the cobwebs off. Got a couple of rounds as well, and a fight under the lights before he goes into a big fight, which he's never had. He always just goes into big fight, with no fights in between. And you know, it's a little bit, I feel for him a little bit. You know, that's just the way his career's gone. And, you know, every you look at anything that gets put out, most of the comments are he's been too inactive, it's inactive. So he got a fight, and he's got a big fight, you know, on a huge card, an unbelievable card in Saudi. And yeah, first on it's just the way it goes. Shows how good the cards are. I don't know whether he'll be first on, but he'll be one of the first three, and that just sums up how big them cards are.
Well, I spoke to Stephen as well, and he said that the shots that Buatsi gets hit with, he probably alluded to the Willie Hutchinson fight when Willie managed to have a little bit of success there, but he said if that was Callum, there's only one winner, and there's only maybe a stoppage that going in there. Do you agree with that?
Look, yeah, to a certain extent, but it just doesn't know. Stars make fights. It doesn't work that way. You know, you've seen people in the past land, you know, left hooks, left, right, and centre, and you think if that was Callum, or I've seen like I've been in my fights in the past who were just wide open to body shots, and I think I'd nail in body shots, got in with him, couldn't land one. You know, Liam Williams, for a fact, you know, he's just blocked wide open the body. Every time I went for a body shot, we clashed heads. It was just stars make fights, and it doesn't always work that way, do you know what I mean? But I think Callum Buatsi makes for a great fight too. The orthodoxes love a fight, don't hold much. I think it makes for a great fight, but again, I do think a lot of Callum's pluses, I think, work with Buatsi, and Buatsi's a little bit not open for them, but comes right onto them.
The winner of this fight, maybe, we know the landscape of boxing, what it's like, and you especially know that it doesn't matter if you do get yourself in prime position, rematches and this, that and the next thing can get in the way. Now, for Liam though, he beats Buatsi, he takes his interim title, and the main event is BF in Bivol. He wants to become a two-weight world champion. He said it last week. So there is that, although this Buatsi fight is a good fight, it's a dangerous fight, there's always that cat at the end of it for that world title again, isn't it? So he can't take his eye off the ball in this one.
Yeah, no, definitely not. He beats Buatsi. You don't know what's going to happen with the main event. You don't know what's going to happen with the belts. He beats Buatsi. He could be promoted to world champion again. It's basically his world title fight, Buatsi. We don't know what's going to happen with BF and Bivol. We don't know how Callum's going to look. He could look $1 million again, and see how it sets up for him after that, because that's very good momentum. Then he fights November, he fights February. If he beats Joshua Buatsi in February, you know, he goes into April, May, June, July for another huge fight with very good momentum, which is all he's ever asked for.
I think it's that light heavyweight division though, if it isn't the top two, there's somebody there.
Besides the top two, you've got a crop of fighters underneath. You've got David Benavidez as WC interim champion. You've got a crop waiting to pick up once you don't know what's going to happen with them. You know, BF wins again. Does he roll off into the sunset? He's 40. Does he go to cruiserweight? You know, it's just be interesting. What happens with them?
For you though, we're probably everyone's itching to see when Liam's back. You probably reiterated this a bit with Coogan, with Matt there. When can we see you out? Are you just fed up now and you're just ready to get in that ring?
Yeah, no, but I can't say it like that, because it's not like I've just been offered something, but it just didn't work for me. It didn't fit into place. It was just under 7 weeks, and I'm just not going to be ready for January 17th. I'll be ready for any date in February, and that's what obviously I'll go on camera and say. Give me a date in February, and I'll take it. I'm in a good place. I'm in the gym. I'm fit. I'm healthy. No injuries, and that's why I'm not so worried. You know what I mean? I was worried last year when I was injured and I had all the back injury. I'm not at the moment, so I'm not really worried about I'm gutted over not taking January 17, but I'm not worried that I'm not going to get another date, because I will. I've got a great relationship with nearly all the promoters, and you know, I'm pretty sure I'll be out February.
160. I mean, because that 160-pound division as well, because I know you want to become a two-time world champion, two-weight world champion yourself in your own right, Liam, but that 160-pound division seems a little bit wide open. It seems it's screaming for that big. I know Janabek is there and he's doing his thing, but it seems to be wide open now, and the world champions are there for the taking. So 160 is going to be your division?
Yeah, you know, it's going to be my division next to Surely. You know, I haven't been there for a long time because of the injury. So yeah, I'm going to do 160 and we'll go from there. But yeah, the middleweight wide open. I don't see why I couldn't. Johnny Beck's, you know, a great fighter doing his own thing. He's got 2 of the world titles. Carlos Adames has got 1. He's going to fight Hamza. And obviously Lara's got the other one, who's then again a great fighter, but 40 odd years of age. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. Be interesting to see how Adames and Hamza does. Like I said, Hamza's flying, but I'm not 100% sold on him just yet. So it'd be interesting to see how it all plays out.
Hamza, though, if he does win, does that fight make a lot of sense? You said you've got a good relationship with all the promoters. I'm guessing you've got a good relationship with Frank, or a relationship with Frank, Hamza, Shiraz, all British clash. That makes sense?
Yeah, of course. But look, again, I'm not going to say that because you'll just get clowns who slaughter you and talk a load of shite. I need to fight. Once I'm back, once I've got a win, it's easy for me to mention names then. Like I said, it's a little bit hard for me at the moment. I'm coming off the back of a terrible performance against Chris, and I pulled out against Josh, you know what I mean? Once I get in the ring, I get a win under my belt, it's easy then for me to announce, you know, I am back. It's a little bit hard for me to mention names, and, you know, I'm going to get, obviously, I mention a name, I'll get slagged for it because I haven't fought, so I'll have a fight, I'll have a win back, and then it's easy for me to announce I am back, do you know what I mean? And then I'll call names up then.
One final one, I've got to talk about Darren Till. I've seen his little video he made today with Tommy Fury pulling out because of his threats of kicking him in the head if the fight wasn't going his way. I mean, you are in the gym with Darren. What's his emotions right now, and what are your thoughts on Tommy pulling out the fight?
It was a tough one today because I was the one who relayed it to him, and he didn't have a clue. He's fucking screamed, fuck off, and, you know, went mad walking around the gym with one sock on. He was halfway through getting ready for sparring, and yeah, just a little bit embarrassing, don't you think? You know what I mean? The way you said you're pulling out for that reason, I think it stinks. You know, I think if that's the reason you're pulling out your elbow, Darren, you just get him off the card. If you're not fighting Darren because Darren's not abiding by the rules, see you later, Darren. It's my card. Do you know what I mean? Let's have it right. KSI has put Tommy on the bill. They've got Darren as the opponent, so it still should be Tommy's bill, if that makes sense to you. Darren should be like, see you later, Darren, we'll get another opponent, but, you know, I think Darren's been told Darren's still on the bill, and Tommy's off the bill now, looking for a new opponent, but looking for a new date. I don't get it. It doesn't make sense, so I think there's more to it, you know, whether they've not swallowed it, but whether they've thought, oh shit, you know, Big John can't really intimidate Darren. He didn't intimidate him, and how can you really pull out of it? Because Darren threatened to kick you, he's trying to sell a fight, which John's done every time. And John does it because Tommy's not a great talker. You know, I've seen fights in the past. I've seen Joe Gallagher do it, you know, take the attention off the fighter a little bit, and I think John Fury does that because Tommy's he's not clever with his mouth, but Tommy's not that type of person. I don't think Tommy's cut out for it like Tyson is. So I think John takes the attention off him, but Darren threatened to kick Tommy in the fight and he pulled it. John's button glass, button team members of Usyk, throwing stuff, throwing tables, what have you. And you know, they're respectful now and again, the Furies, you know, he'll tell you it's to sell a fight, and it was all, we've seen John Fury slaughter Joshua over the years, then seize him and shake hand him, they're respectful to him. You know, they play the game, and I think Darren was playing the game on that press conference, and they pulled it a little bit, so I just think it's all a bit, that's my opinion on it.
Were you the one that was going to spar, Darren, or was that, did you say?
Yeah, I spar, we've done 6 today, just yeah, he's got to keep his eye because he's still on the bill, so we just done 6 rounds today, and he's been sparring well. I don't know whether a few loose lips have let a few things out, but he's been sparring very well in the gym. He's You know, he flattened a few people. He's looked very good. The best I've seen him look the other day. Spar he had on Wednesday was the best I've seen him. And I told him after, I think that's the best. He boxed a good pro. Switched on a little bit more. You know, he sparred a few bare knuckle fighters and whatnot. He sparred a good pro. I think he fought for the English title, the kids. And was very good, Darren. And I said to him, that's the best you've been. Whether he was switched on a little bit more because it was a proper boxer, that was the best you've been. And I don't know whether a few loose lips, gym rumours have been circling, but it would have been no easy night for Tommy, put it that way.
Liam, as always, I do appreciate your time. I'm going to make this the best title you've ever seen before on iFLTV, and I always appreciate your time, big man. Appreciate you. Thank you, mate. Thank you.